Hello everyone. I have Sunil in front of me who cleared PMP. Who's Sunil? Sunil, CEO of PMI? That's a different Sunil. Okay. This Sunil is PMP certified now. So Sunil in PMI Institute. So Sunil cleared PMP on 18th of August. We were talking about some of the interesting stories. Okay, he'll bring it up. Meantime, let's give him congratulations. Congratulations, Sunil, for this wonderful achievement.
Thank you so much, Sri. It was a great experience, and before even I would like to share my story, I would like to share a experience, the path and the source how I reached you. There was a friend of mine. Hope you remember him. It is Vineet. So we both actually started, venturing out, or maybe researching in the web, saying how do we do PMP, and which is the institute that we get in touch with, and let us try to get this training done, and then we'll see how it goes. This was in 2019, and we paid our fees, and then unfortunately, I think the institute where we paid the fees, they didn't had sufficient students for that batch.
Oh.
So due to which they had to cancel our this thing, session for that particular month, and they suggested us, we can join later. And after a month, we just, that motivation part, it just dropped off, and then we took a step back. We said like, okay, let's wait and see when we get the opportunity next time. We'll think about it. And then meanwhile, parallelly, both of us, we didn't give up. But Vineet was consistently working on researching, finding out what are the other institutes in LinkedIn and other sorts of social media. So he actually started watching many of your success stories and some of the messages, whatever is being exchanged in LinkedIn. And he said, what? I found that this institute and this person, seems to be very interesting, because his success ratio is around 98% and above, which I have not seen with any other tutor. So I mean, I don't want to simply conclude. So what I'll do is, first let me finish off my coaching, and once I am done with it, then maybe I'll suggest you also can join. He joined in the month of July, I think so, during the pandemic, and then in the month of September he attempted the exam, and then he cleared. The day when he cleared, when we met in the office, the first thing what he said is like, just join, clear it, and then you talk to me. It was that statement. I said, is it that easy? Because it is something, because when we have research, there's a lot of effort that needs to be put in, and then it's not that easy as how it sounds too. And because nowadays, if in case you see our group, the PMP group in WhatsApp, most of us, I mean, many of the leaders are clearing it with 3 above targets. And it is, I can assure that it's not 1 or 2 months effort. Definitely, they have taken their own time to be well prepared, and then they have attempted it. Likewise, so then Vinny told okay, let's join, and then I think we were in the verge of that version was getting closed.
Changed, yeah.
Yeah, the complete this thing, what do you call the course,
exam content outline
was changing
by 2021.
So I still tried my wild card, by joining a crash course, which was in the month of November. And then by December is when everybody were telling me you should try.
Yeah, that's a gold rush time.
and the other part was I was not ready. I was not prepared for it. But people, I mean, the rumors, what it stated, the next year you're dead. You cannot clear it because it's only waterfall for now. But in future, definitely it's gonna be very, very difficult one. So just give a try. And if in case in fluke, if you pass, you will be great. I tried my luck, which was on December 30th. No, where the slots were available. So I chose for the proctor based, and the exam time what I got was around 2:30 a.m.
Ah.
That was a very lovely time. And then because of the fear, I couldn't sleep at all. So this was one
Okay.
of my learning,
Right,
from
right.
my previous exam and current exam. So I couldn't sleep, and I thought like maybe I'll take a power nap for an hour or two. Around 10 o'clock, I don't get sleep at all. It's become like kind of a nightmare.
Mm.
So I continued to stay awake, and then around 2:30, I got freshened up, and again I sat in front of the system, and all those process and procedure was done. Then I was waiting for the proctor to give me instruction.
Mm.
I'm just in front of the system and waiting for the instruction. I do not see anything for an hour. And at that point in time, we had this trend of the tutor, I mean the instructor or the proctor,
Mm.
reporting an hour later. And
Mm.
even I was very lucky. Even I also had the same experience. So my 2:30 exam started at 3:30.
Mm.
By the time the exam started, I was like half drained, and I started my exam. So the questions I found to be like it was all one liner, and then I was almost on par. I was able to crack first 60 questions, and then the second, and then we didn't have that break at that time after
Right,
60.
right.
So at this time, and then what happened after 60, I started feeling that I'm not able to read the question. I'm just dozing off.
Tiredness. Mm.
Somehow I pushed it to 90,
Mm.
and then for a minute I realized that I have lost around 45 minutes.
Oh, oh.
I slept off.
You slept.
I slept.
God, man.
And after 45 minutes, when I wake up, I see that there are another 110 questions, and I have only an hour.
This is crazy.
I just lost my confidence there itself, because you just can't rush through the questions and then
Yeah, yeah.
answer whatever you feel like,
Right.
but still try to give a chance. And I couldn't clear it, but when I saw the report, I mean the end result, I was almost close to the target with the
Oh,
report. So I just thought, like, if in case I would have given a little bit of more effort and I would have taken proper rest, this
yes.
wouldn't have been the situation.
Right,
And
right.
then again, I didn't want to give up, because there was a lot of investment which was being done. And first thing is like, it's not only about the money, it's about the effort what we have given. And always we have almost reached the milestone, but we have not achieved what we are supposed to. So I didn't want to hold myself back, so I didn't again started continuing it. But again, now since the previous version whatever I have studied, that is completely changed now. Now
Yeah.
again, I have only option is reaching out to Sri. So I joined the batch in the month of Jan, the
Mm.
first batch. Jan 23rd is 23rd we had the induction part, and on 26th we kick-started.
Mm. Mm.
So that went up to 20, I mean Feb 20th. And since then you have started pushing us, saying that keep the deadline as March,
Mm. Mm.
don't delay it, because at the current stage and current phase, what we hear from others is like it is not as difficult as what we expected.
Mm.
So let's not be late. Let's try to give a chance, or a try at the
Mm.
earliest, but be prepared. Don't bluntly go and then write it. So okay, I thought like, okay, then on March 31st was the first examination, I mean second attempt what I had booked for. As the days passed on, some of the other activities increased at the office. So due to which, again, I thought like, I felt like, it's not the right time. And at that point in time, we had this privilege of, canceling the exam, and there is no fee for it.
Yeah, free of charge. Yeah.
Correct. So I just took an opportunity of that and then canceled it. Then again in the month of May, I scheduled it exam on May 19th. But at this point in time, like, again, there was lockdown, due to which, the PMI team itself canceled my exam.
Yeah. They
They
canceled it.
said, like,
Center based, right?
yeah, it was
Mm.
center based.
Yeah.
So that was some of my one of my maybe, like, it's a wrong belief, but what I felt like, there is a lot of focus what we get when we work from, when we write it from center,
Mm. Mm.
because you don't have to, show, you take your system and show around what is there. You
Mm.
have any papers, and then ID card, all those things, because everything at the front desk is taken care. You just have to go in center, sit in the front of system and
Right.
start your exam.
Right. Right.
So that got cancelled, and then again, one of the main reason, like, why I wanted the certification was, I was looking for a job change. And when it came to job change, and parallelly, I was attempting some interviews as well. So in the month of April, I mean March 26th, I got an offer from a very big company, so as a good position as well. So I thought, look, okay, like, this was my goal, right? So once I achieve my PMP, then I'm looking for a job change. Since
Right.
already I've got a job change now, should I really go for this exam? That is when, I get this short videos of yours, which says you have put a lot of effort. This comes in the group. Don't hold yourself back, because you don't know what is the benefit of this certificate. One, and the value what you get in the market is totally different. Yeah, if in case I wouldn't have got the certificate, I still know what is PMP and what a project manager is supposed to do. But officially, I do not have a document which will give that confidence to others, saying that, yeah, I have done it, or,
Yeah.
I know something.
Right.
So again, it became May. June also got pushed off. Then, there were a lot of ups and downs at work, in terms of, there were a lot of challenges. So I thought,
Right.
like, okay, if in case I have to go with some approach, then I myself should be in a position to say that, how can I sell myself, or how can I prove that, I know this, and if we do this or we follow these procedures, definitely we'll have the success result.
Mm.
So that is when, in the month of June, I started again, going with full fledged. And July also, I did a lot of mocks. This time the only difference was, I took around 2000 mocks, 2000 questions.
2000 questions. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Big number.
So this was, and major was from ShriLearning.
Mm.
And this time, even that helped a lot, Shri. I mean, believe me or not.
Mm.
So first I finished Rita complete all chapter tests. I scored miserably, very bad. It was around 30% in some of the knowledge areas. Some of them were 50, but I never gave up. I just went through those incorrect answers and tried to find out, like, what went wrong. It was, I mean, one of the observations from those re-evaluation was, I used to miss that keyword, what you
Keywords.
always stress, saying
Right.
that what would you do what would you not do in this situation? But I used to always choose what would I do.
What do, right. And the not
So
keyword is
that
very
was most of the time, my biggest drawback,
yeah,
I would say.
right.
So that learning actually helped me in Rita, and then I started getting into. I mean, I started taking the mocks and ShriLearning,
Mm.
but we had the full mocks. So there I had a little bit of attitude problem, I would say. Reason being, these questions, whatever we had, this 180, right? So many of them, they had the mixture of questions, what was there already being shared in that 40 short 40 questions.
Yeah. Some repetition.
So, I didn't even read questions. I blindly just chose the answers and I scored
Uh,
76. I was in cloud nine thinking, oh, easy go. This time, nothing to worry. Then, from inside, it's still like, did I actually do it in the right way?
uh,
Let me try to give another attempt. I gave another attempt. I scored around 62 because that was different questions.
no repetition.
Yeah, no repetition. Third time, I thought, like, first time I got 70, second time 62.
60.
Let me try once more. And if I clear, then I'm ready for the exam.
Uh,
Third time, majority of the questions were agile. I scored 52.
further down.
Got complete confidence. It
Confidence
just
check
knocked
down.
off. Not, I would not say confidence. That was the head weight and the attitude, I would say. I said, this is not the right way. Okay, let me again go through all the incorrect answers. I took my own time to review all the answers. And, as you said, we cannot overload our brain because it's not programmed in that way. So I took 60 questions in a day. I reviewed 60 questions, but those 60 questions, like completely thoroughly, I read it. And it really helped me a lot.
Mm,
After that, I jumped to Prepcast.
mm.
I took Prepcast 1, I took Prepcast 2, and I took Prepcast 3. So 1 I scored around 59, 2 I scored around 64, and 3 I scored around 68.
Ah,
So that actually gave me some kind of, again, positive vibe.
mm,
Then I thought like, okay, now I'm ready for the exam, and I chose a date.
mm.
On August 18th, I fixed a date. Reason being, like, during the pandemic, it's been almost like 2 years that our family have not traveled to native home.
Okay.
So we were deciding that, we'll go and stay in Kerala for some time.
Mm,
So I was thinking, like, if in case I don't write the exam before I leave from here, then definitely my exam is again getting delayed for another 3 4 months. So 19th was our proposed date
travel
for that
time.
day for
Uh,
travel.
okay.
I thought 18th. But I was thinking the other way also, like, what if in case I don't clear, I'll carry that, what do you call, the complete the frustration, then
Right.
I'll be so lost. I'll not be energetic. What should I do? Let's face it. If not second time, let me go for third time. I was prepared for it. I didn't wanted to give up. That was my
Okay.
end goal. Then on 18th, I mean, usually last time when I wrote my exams, I had taken a week's leave as well from the organization. But this time, I didn't do that because my most of the preparation happened over the weekend. And during the day, first 4 hours, I used to spend in reading and evaluating myself.
Mm,
So on 18th, 17th, I had work till 11 p.m. I
mm,
finished my 11th, work till 11. I thought, let me review some of the questions and the exam content outline, glossaries at one side of my brain. Other side, you learned from your previous session what happened. No rest, you're again going to fail. So just blindly go and sleep.
okay.
I go to bed. I tried my all level possibilities to sleep.
What you got?
I'm not getting sleep. But the other days, it is vice versa. If I don't get sleep or if I am very exhausted, I just have to open the book, read 2 3 para, and I get up after a couple of hours. That is when I realize, oh, by reading I slept. But this time, like, no sleep at all. So I roll around the bed and nothing is happening. Finally, at around 1 o'clock, I remember seeing the clock last time. I slept. I that was the last time I remember. I wake up at 5. Exam is at 8. Because some of them they said, like, even if in case you reach earlier, if your all the formalities is done, they permit you to start the exam
Yeah.
earlier
Yeah.
than whatever the
That's right.
session time.
That's right.
I thought, like, let's not rush. Let's not go at the last minute. Let me go. So I started by around 6 o'clock. I was there at 6:45.
Mm,
Uh, just relaxed.
mm,
I didn't step inside. I didn't go inside. I
mm,
was just roaming around for 5 10 minutes so that I could calm down I could reduce my heartbeat. So then I went inside and they cross-verified my documents. And for my surprise, and as you mentioned, I had carried 3 original documents.
ah,
One was my Aadhaar card, driver's license, as well as PAN card.
wow.
Because Aadhaar card, they said the photo is not as clear. I
Oh,
said, okay. Then I gave my driver's license. In driver's license, we have this digital signature. I have signed on it, but I don't know, like, how my signature is showing up in that way. So
mm,
they said the signature is not matching. Finally, they took my PAN card and they asked me to sign same as what is mentioned in PAN card. Luckily, it
Thankfully,
matched, so I was
thankfully.
all set.
So that's a problem, These guys asked to sign the same way. What is an ID card? The ID card you created 10 years back.
Exactly.
10 years back, your hairstyle was different, signature was different.
Not only that, Sri, like when and the government, especially in the government offices, even if in case your signature is not captured correctly, they would never tell us saying that it's not captured properly. Maybe you try again. So only we get to know once the card is printed and when we get it in hand.
True, true, true.
So I see that the signature is there, but only the half part above what I have signed is there. The bottom part was not there.
So point is we have to have a matching signature card also with us.
Yes,
That's a
very
message.
very
That's a
much.
message.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And I avoided taking my passport because in the passport we have something called as surname, given name, and last name, right? There was one person who was actually having this hard time there because she had registered based on her Aadhaar card and she got her passport.
Right.
Just being like they'll not permit her to write the exam because the given name doesn't match.
Yeah, it's a problem there. For me, what happened is Shriram Kumar. Okay, Shriram space Kumar. In passport, it will be like Shriram Kumar. There is no space.
Right.
And they said, no, it is not acceptable. I said, man, that's a space. No, that's also an important factor. So we can't accept this ID card. Thankfully, I had a driver license with me.
Exactly.
I showed it. Then they said, fine.
Since you said in your each training session saying that in the beginning as well as in the ending session you say at least carry 2 or 3 original ID cards. No.
Original. No photocopy is accepted.
Yeah.
So that guys will behave like a robo. Okay. They won't even care who you are. They will just no. Stand outside. That's it.
Yeah. We are being instructed in this way, sir, and we would really appreciate if in case you can cooperate with us.
That's it.
Okay.
Not beyond anything.
Yeah, nothing to be asked. Then okay, I'm all done with that. And then they said like would you like to have some water? I was feeling like I was so isolated, somewhat like quarantined. That the feeling was like that. No noise, no sound, and there were already a couple of them who were writing the exam. It was around 7:30 in the morning. Okay, I said okay, all set. Now let's face it. I go there, they say like, you are not supposed to get up, you're not supposed to, there are a lot of instructions saying that, you're not supposed to turn anything you just sit in your place, raise your hand.
Yes.
I just got that instruction done. And then they said like, after the exam, there will be a short survey. If you would feel like to give this survey, you can actually attempt it. If not, you can just disregard it. I said, okay, fine. And then they said like, there is a headphone, noise cancelling headphone.
Right.
If you want, you can use it. If not, you can continue to work. I just go there, sit, start. It is like pin drop silence. Only thing what I can hear is this mouse clicking sound. One on the right, one on the left. I can't turn that side because they have told me that you're not supposed to.
Not supposed to turn.
And that actually, again made me feel like more scarier. Reason being like that actually these all are like superstitions, I would say, like when you're actually choosing some answer, if you hear that mouse sound, then that is the correct answer. That doesn't work like that.
Man, this is too much.
Exactly. I then thought like, okay, this is not working, and let me take the headphones. I'll put the headphones, no distraction. But that headphones actually, trust me, I loved it. No noise at all, and then you are like in your own world.
Wow.
So wore it. I was ready because there was some instruction. They said like what are the different features, whatever is been built on the application. If in case you want to use it, you can go ahead and use it. I was ready. I started reading the first question, and I just ensured I will not get excited. I will not rush through. I'll go through with slow, understand, write it. And once I once I select an answer, no coming back. That was the only this thing, guideline which I had. Started, and then things were going fine. It was around 7:30 in the morning. AC was around 22, I believe, but I was sweating. I don't know why. So I thought like it was a nice feeling. Anyhow, just went with the wave and finished 30 questions. I see timer is running. I was thinking like, okay, when will I finish the next 30 questions and then I'll go for break. And the other thing also was running in my mind, like already the people who are sitting next to me, they would have definitely completed their 60 questions, but nobody is daring to even go for a break. That
okay.
actually created more fear in me, saying that, have they already done with it? Or, they're yet to take it. Anyhow, let me not bother about it. Let me go further.
But what if they are in a different exam?
I didn't even check that.
Yeah.
Because
It's
they
a
had scared
center.
from there itself, saying that you will not turn anywhere, you will not check what he was doing. I just
See,
kept quiet.
PMI Institute has
They
other
have
exams
multiple
also.
exams.
PMI-ACP is there, RMP is there,
Okay.
PGMP is there,
Okay.
GRE, TOEFL exam is there. See, a
Okay.
center is common. Anyone can write any exam.
Okay.
So you
So
got to look
again,
at
yeah. So I finished the 50, I mean, I reached the 59th question and I was like, yay, kind of feeling.
yeah, break
Because
is
60
coming.
and then I have a break. I finished my 60th question and I raised my hand. And then, here it's showing a message saying that, do you want to review? Do you want to go for break? No review. I don't want to go back because I'll tell you what happened, why I chose or why I said no going back. I raised my hand and this person comes. First clarify with him saying that if I don't take this break, will I get this 10 minutes extra for my exam? He said no. I know this was clearly instructed, but still, we tend to ask these dumb questions when we are in the exam in that kind of a crucial situation. And I'll
Yeah.
tell you what made me to ask that question. I step out and when I look at the clock, which is outside, the time was 9:45.
Ah,
I
should be
started
7:38, right?
I started my exam at 7:45, around 7:45.
Oh, okay.
After 60 questions, the time is 9:45,
Shakes, man, too much of time.
2 hours.
Ooh, man, 2 hours in the first 60.
First 60 questions, I have spent 2 hours.
God.
That next 10 minutes was a killer for me. I was thinking, like, what will I do? How I am going to complete another 120 questions in the remaining 100 hours? I mean, 100 minutes.
And then minutes. Yeah.
Definitely, it's not going to happen. I relaxed, went to washroom. I had carried some chocolates, which actually could
Chocolates.
give me some glucose,
Okay.
and that really helped, is what I feel. I mean, I was thinking like, what would be the other people, those people, the invigilators, whoever are there, would be thinking about me, saying that this guy has finished only 60 questions, and he's coming and sitting in here and relaxed, and he's eating chocolate. I was Anyhow, let me not break my head. I kept everything back, locked, kept the locker, kept it in the locker, and then went back. I said, okay, I'm ready for the next 60. I was wondering, like, 100 minutes, next 60 questions, how will I finish? Went, started. Slowly, I started increasing my pace.
Mm.
Somehow managed to complete the next 60 questions in 70 minutes.
That's a decent time.
Yeah, 70 minutes. And then I'm left with 30 minutes, 60 questions, and 10 minutes break. I
Ah,
didn't want to miss my break. I said,
go for the
yes,
break.
I'll go for break.
Remaining chocolate will eat and come back.
Yeah. This time, I eat the complete chocolate. I downed around 3 or 4 glasses of water, hot
Okay.
water, because I started feeling now cold.
Cold.
Yeah. I drank hot water, went and sat, thought like, if in case you have done that 120, definitely, we are human beings, at least 100 would have gone correct
Hmm.
out of 120. That was my confidence. But still another 126 is the numbers which we are supposed to achieve. So let me try what we can do.
Hmm.
30 minutes, 60 questions. So I started with the same pace, somehow managed to complete 30 questions in 25 minutes.
Gosh, like you have only 5 minutes.
I have 5 minutes, 25 questions.
Shakes, man.
And Shri, this time, I don't know, like, and the main reason why it took that long for me to, finished each 60 sets was the questions were very long,
Lengthy.
lengthy. Okay.
Mm.
And the worst part was the answers had three lines with four options.
Took longer time. Mm.
That was something which actually killed time. Then 5 minutes, 30 questions. I was left with no other option. I started, reading only the answers. And the worst part was the answers are also like 2 to 3 lines, to read the answers also. Because, and then, I started going with some of the keywords, like, which states like, it, uh, something like it or but or something like that, which is like, straight, which is not like, where you're enabling something or you're like, for something.
Mm.
Somehow managed to complete 25 questions in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
I
5 minutes, 25
I
questions.
attempted all the questions. Maybe I was wrong, or I am not even sure how many I got right, but I just
How
continued
how many
going.
how many seconds you had remaining?
No, nothing, zero.
Zero. This is crazy, man. 5 minutes,
I
25 questions.
Yeah, I didn't had any time left. I just continued with the same time
Mm.
and just took it forward. And at the last minute when it stated you are I mean you ran out of time.
Mm. We said a
So
lot of time.
yeah, you have ran out of time, and it is not even giving me option of submit. I just uh, I mean, crossed my fingers and thought like, I'm not even expecting something great, but at least just pass me. And then this message, it pops up, congratulations for earning this
Right.
certification.
Right.
I don't know, like, what was the feeling that was going through my entire body. It was like, I felt all three phases, like, hot, cold, and warm. I couldn't believe it. I I still wanted to double check, but by then, that screen, it changed, and they said, "Sir, you can go and you can come out." And then I just come out, and then they say like, I've given the printout there. At least they should say something, no, like congratulations, you've passed, or no, sorry you couldn't clear something.
Why should they say?
The curiosity is, again building up more. And now I went to the front desk and I wait for the printout. That person is not there, and she was somewhere outside. She walks in, and I see that printout has come in the printer, and it's like upside down.
Yeah, they won't show you.
At least, I can't even peek and see like, okay, does it say something or show something? No.
She will take the paper upside down and give to you like this.
Yeah, I for a minute I was thinking like, should I really look at it, or should I step out and then see, because what if in case it is I have not cleared it. Then when I see my results, I was in cloud nine, I would say, because all the three areas was above target. And then the first thing what I did is like, I stepped out, and then I called you and I explained like, what was what just happened. And then like, it was a different experience,
Yeah,
Sri.
I know. I know. It's too
And
great.
then especially that uh, feeling you'll really enjoy when you have worked hard for it, and trust me, like all the leaders whoever have achieved this, we can correlate, what is the effort that they have put behind this. It
True.
is not something like which is very minimal.
True. 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 Great. Nice to hear that the whole narration. I'm so thrilled with that 5 minutes, 25 questions. Man, I know it's not a best part. It'll be so thrilling and also very high pressure.
Right, Sri.
A high pressure not to do. But I don't know how we missed out the first 60 questions. 2 hours is pretty longer.
Right, Sri.
Maybe we missed out some time
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Time
Okay.
boxing was something which I failed.
But good. PMI recognized you have knowledge of management. That's good. That's good. Great. So for the family, would you like to give a credit? Do anyone help out?
Oh, definitely, yes, Shri, because I would thank all my family as well as friends who supported me for this. Especially, my parents, because they've been telling that they wanted to go to hometown, a native place,
Mm,
and after the lockdown relaxed, I
mm,
could have actually taken them.
mm.
Since the new company wherever I have joined, it is working from home. I had this privilege of working from home, so I could have continued working from native place as well, even if in case I would have gone. But then when I told them, this is one of the reason, why I'm actually holding myself back,
Mm.
they said, okay, fine, we are ready to wait for you. It's okay.
Wow.
Like, you know,
That's a great thing, right? Good thing from the family, the sacrifice.
Yeah, definitely yes. Because it is more important that you finish off your certification than we going to native place.
Nice, nice,
So that
nice.
was one of the main support which I got it from my family.
Good,
and and
good.
friend circle, as I mentioned, there was one person behind me, every minute, every day, who used to ask me, what are you doing, how much you have completed, how many marks you have taken, what is the time duration that you're taking exam. It is I had two Shris, one Shri who used to send this messages, motivational messages. The other Shri is Vineet, who actually always checks, saying that where do you stand, what are you currently, and what is your additional new learning.
Keep chasing. Okay.
Yeah, keep chasing.
Right. Yeah. I think that made the certificate here in front of you.
Definitely, Shri. I would 110% say this. Yeah.
Right. Seeing this certificate is a good joy.
Yes, and after I have got the certification, there is so many connection requests that's coming in.
Ah, LinkedIn.
Yeah.
LinkedIn. Yeah, I can see
So
number of
yeah,
views. Here is Vinit, the person who is behind you.
yeah. So the next mile is he has told me let's go ahead and do
ACP.
PMI, ACP as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah. He
I'm
came
just,
for both the PMP and ACP.
yeah, he cleared it, and that too it was very less
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's very aggressive, man. He makes happen.
he doesn't hold himself back.
True,
So I was
true.
asking what is there in next list.
Hmm.
So he says, I have couple of them. I'm in the discussion. I will definitely, I'll achieve it. I said let's not hold ourselves back or think we have achieved everything.
Right, true, true. Good, good. Nice to know. Superb, Sunil. I think it's a good narration of a lot of content. I believe people who listen to this video will get the full story. I think many of them will connect with you, telling that, hey, I'm like that. I cannot sit and read for a long time, or I'm a person, somebody need to push me. There are many
See,
people like
just to add to that one point, I hate reading, but God has made me to read 4 books instead of 2 books or one book. Previously, we had only this Pimbok to be read.
that. Right, right.
I read Pimbok,
Mm,
sixth edition, and then I
mm,
read Rita 9. Then
mm.
in when it came to 2021, I read Rita 10. Again, one more round of
Agile practice guide.
Agile practice guide, and a portion of Pimbok again.
Yeah.
So no shortcuts. You have to read your books.
True, true. And you found yourself that you are a good reading person.
Yeah, I've got used to it now because
Now
it
used
is
to.
almost 10-15 years gap.
Yeah,
So I don't want to again give that rest to the brain. I would like to continue the journey. Let's see
exactly.
what we can achieve
Perfectly, perfectly.
further.
Right now you will keep morning when you wake up, you want to read something.
Very true, Sri. I'm at least trying to go through some of the areas, some of the questions, correlate some of the
Hmm.
questions what
Hmm.
came in the exam.
Right. Good. Nice. Nice to know. Nice to know. Super. First, thanks, Sunil, for giving such a wonderful information.
No problem,
And,
Sri. Thank you.
and I'm sure that you're going to apply this in your job, because learning
Definitely.
is one portion,
Yeah.
applying is very important.
Yeah.
I believe you published in a corporate that you cleared PMP.
Yes, I did.
Very good.
So
Very good.
the when I actually mentioned yesterday I cleared my exam. the vice president was surprised, saying that, I mean, the director was surprised, saying that you didn't take off. You never told me that you're going to write.
Mm,
When did this happen? I
mm.
said, I didn't wanted to, tell this. And if in case something negative happens, then I just wanted to keep it to myself. I didn't want to, share it with others. But at the same time, if in case it goes good, then, I will be more than happy to, share it with everybody.
Right,
So that
right.
was one of the thing why I actually held myself
Perfect.
back.
Perfect, Sunil. So happy.
Right.
Nice. It's so exciting to hear this kind of stories, which gives motivation to many viewers. See,
Right.
I'll tell you, out of 10 viewers, at least 7 or 8 people connect with what you say. The way of reading, or
Right. Right.
kind of, do we need to really go for this exam? Kind of lot feeling is there.
Right.
But I think you made it very clear, it worth it. It
Yeah.
worth it that you get the knowledge, world knows that you possess that knowledge.
And Shri, just to add one more point, I the last verge of the confidence level I got it when I saw this. I mean, the success story is mind blowing. Trust me,
Mm.
success story actually boosts each and every individual's morale by at least 30 to 40%, I would say.
Wow. Uh-huh.
And if in case you say that I was at 60%
Mm.
of confidence if writing the exam, the remaining 40% boosted only with that last uh, video success story which I saw. I don't remember that person's name. He wrote the exam on August 3rd, and
Mm.
then when he explained how was the exam pattern, that actually helped me a lot because
Mm.
it was the replica what I got in my exam.
Oh, okay.
Like
Nice, nice, nice.
uh, 70% were hybrid.
Mm. Mm.
70% of questions were hybrid.
Mm.
I had around four questions, which were like drag and drop,
Mm. Mm.
and three questions with multiple choice. Select two answers.
Mm.
There
Okay.
was one math question which didn't even require calculator. It was that
Calculation,
simple math.
straightforward. Mm.
So yeah, that was the overall uh, exam pattern. But
Nice.
the lengthy questions was I'm not sure if in case any of the other uh, I mean, people who have cleared recently, they who have wrote in center based had experienced the same thing.
Mm. Mm.
So
Mm.
that was if in case somebody like I whoever actually tried to reach me or asked me some of the feedback or suggestion, I told them be prepared with the lengthy questions, lengthy answers, and maintain that time because
Right,
that is something which I miserably
right,
uh,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, timing is very important. That see, for example, luckily all went well for you in the last few minutes.
very true, very
What,
true.
what if all the 25 questions went wrong? It'll pull your score drastically down,
Seriously,
right? So
seriously, Shri. I would
yeah,
totally agree with that.
that's a little risky, but all is good. The leadership is all about taking risk. So you took it and you got it,
That should
right?
be calculative risk, not like this though.
Nice, good, Sunil. Once again, thanks a lot for coming up and giving a lot of positive energy. And viewers, I'm sure you all enjoyed it. Give a likes, your wishes to Sunil for his achievement. And Sunil, as I said earlier, go ahead and apply, keep growing higher. You found your own character now. You found your ability that you can read more. Now, this
Right.
is going to push you more to read and learn more. Make it a habit every year you learn something,
Sure.
right? That's going to help us
Sure.
a lot.
Definitely sure.
Super great. Any more points you want to share?
No, Shri, I have covered the most of my experience. Again, I would like to thank to you and the one and the only person, as everybody, who don't forget to thank him, Mr. Rahul. Anytime, anything, you can reach out to him. And in fact, like, I didn't tell Rahul nor you that, I'm writing the exam on so and so day. In fact, the exams previous day, I just asked and confirmed with Rahul, like, what usually one person carries. I didn't even tell, like, what I should carry. What usually one person carries when they are going for the center-based exam, like what documents would be needed, apart from the ID card. So he said, like, please take the printout of the, letter, the exam schedule. So I just took it. And then I again would like to thank Rahul, ShriLearning, and Sri. I mean, it's an awesome institute, Shri, I would say.
Thanks for the trust, man. Thanks for believing your friend Vinith when he said go ahead, and you trusted him. And again, we have to give it back to you and Vinith.
Right, right. Thank you so much, Shri. And then, like, it was not only, see, word of mouth, plus there should be some data also to support, right? He shared me a couple of links with the success stories, which also helped me,
No.
because each person, when they share their experience, because at least 10 to 15% of our this thing, whatever is our routine matches with them. So that actually helps us saying that, okay, you are also almost on par of with them. So give a try.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, rightly said. Rightly said. Super. Thanks a lot. Keep rocking more. I want to see you winning more in your career. Right?
Sure, Shri.
Good
Thank you.
wishes. Good wishes.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.